Am I audible, na?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Okay, okay. And the screen is also visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay, let's start. Good
Yes.
morning. Good morning to all of you. Today we we just continue our previous class. In previous class, we have completed the first one, GST related transaction for regular dealer, and we have covered all the 5 topics: set up GST for regular dealer, purchase and sale transaction, composite supply, sales return, and payment of GST. So now let's start with point number B. The topic B says purchase from unregistered dealer with RCM. So before getting into this, first of all, I would like to say something about RCM. So this is a reverse charge mechanism. So in these systems, what happened? An unrecognized supplier of goods or service or both is not liable to pay any tax for his outward supplies. But uh, the buyer or receiver who is registered under GST of such supplies becomes liable to pay tax on behalf of the supplier and subsequent claim input tax credit with the tax authority. So RCM is not applicable if aggregate value of such supplies doesn't exceed 5,000 per day. So if I want to explain in simple terms, so it means you consider yourself as a registered dealer and you want to buy your inputs from some unregistered dealer. So at that moment, as a registered dealer, you have to pay tax. I mean, you have to pay GST on that particular purchase. But as a unregistered dealer, your supplier can't accept all those taxes. So that's why you need to submit the tax to the tax authority, and later on you have to claim for that submitted tax as input tax credit. So that's all. So now come to the topics we will cover under this heading, that is purchase from an unregistered dealer, number 1. Number 2, GST report. Number 3, raise tax liability and tax credit. And finally, payment of tax liability under reverse charge. That's the vital point, payment of tax liability under reverse charge. So let's start with an example. I just try to, yes, this one. So let's see the problem. It says in inward supply liable to reverse charge, you can record inward supply under reverse charge in tally prime, and under reverse charge you can account for advance payment, inward supply of taxable services, cancellation of advance payment, purchase return, and transaction details are all captured in GSTR 2 and GSTR 3B report. So we will also take a look on these two types of reports. Now let's start with the problem. If the problem says opening balance sheet of RCM Limited, in that case RCM Limited is a regular dealer, I mean registered dealer with from West Bengal, and opening balance, the date has been given 1/4/18. So it is an imaginary number for opening capital and opening bank balance. This is the registered GST registration number of our regular dealer RCM Limited. Now come to the next slide. You will find the purchase transaction. So RCM Limited is a registered dealer. It purchased some items from unregistered dealer. The name of the unregistered dealer is We Care Limited. Its party address and GSTIN number not applicable. Invoice purchase invoice number has been given. Invoice date is also given 1/4/18. Now come to the product name. There are two product. One is product A, another one is product B. And as we have said in our previous class, HSN SSC code has been provided. GST rate for both the cases 18%. Quantity are same, 10 piece. Price also been given and total has been provided. This is the uh, problem. So this is the second slide. I mean, this is the detail of the purchase and this is the opening capital. So first of all, I try to create the company. First step. Second step, I open or create opening balance sheet after activation GST. Third, we will pass the voucher entries for purchase. Okay. And then we will show how to make a reverse charge on that particular transaction. And finally, we try to show these two report GSTR 2 and GSTR 3B. Okay, so let's start with Tally Prime. I just share my screen. This is my Tally Prime screen, and we start from fresh. Alt K and alter. This is my existing company. Alt D. I delete this company and we start from scratch. So this is company creation option. I open company creation, and as per question, RCM Limited, this is the name of the company, and this is situated at West Bengal, and in that case the date which has been given 1/4/18. Okay, and accept the screen. So now we have to activate GST. So this is company feature screen, GST under taxation. That is the first option. I have selected, turn it as yes, press enter. And now we need to take it carefully. RCM is a regular dealer and GST applicable 1/4/18. GSTR number 19 triple A CO 3278 K 1Z2. Now remember that the fourth letter of my PAN, in this case which is shown as C, indicate this is a company. Okay, periodicity of GSTR 1 monthly, rest of the item are to be kept as no, except the enable tax liability on reverse charge, the purchase from unregistered dealer. We need to turn it as yes. Okay, so that's the only item we need to concentrate here. We need to turn it as yes. Why? Now we activate reverse charge mechanism. Okay, liability on reverse charge. So that's why I turn it as yes. And e-way bill kept as no, and accept the screen. Control A. Over. Now I also accept my feature screen, and RCM Limited has been opened up. So the first step is done. We have created the company. Now we need to create the ledgers for opening balance sheet. So as per my opening balance sheet, I come to create, then come to ledger, then write down capital, under capital, and the amount of the capital is given as 8 lakhs. Over. Then after capital, there is another option that is called SBI. I consider bank as per my question. So I start with bank account and write down the value as 8 lakhs. So the same 8 lakhs come up and accept the screen. So now I try to take a look on my balance sheet, and you just press B from your gateway of Tally and Alt F1. Yes, this balance has been matched with my question. So capital 8 lakhs and bank account 8 lakhs. It's over. Get back to dashboard of Tally Prime. So now we come to mm, the stage where we have to design all those stocks, all those features which we need to activate for unregistered dealer. So first of all, we start with uh, the inventory masters. So come to create, okay. Then after create, then we come to unit. So if you go through the question, you will find there are two type of product. One is product A and product B. Both the cases they are they are quantified by pieces. I just have to select mm, unique quantity code. Just press P and pieces you will available and accept the screen. So our unit creation has been done. Press escape key from that particular screen and it will takes you to the previous screen, that is master creation screen. And in master creation screen we come to the stock item, that's the just above your unit. So stock item is whenever is selected, press enter and write down the name product A. So that is the first item. It comes under primary and it units as usual pieces. Now we need to set the GST. Yes, GST applicable. In that case, now set alter GST details. So press Y and this screen will open up. Now question arise, if the entire screen is not available before you, then what should we do? Press your F12 and just take a look. I configure all those options and turn all those options to yes. Okay, so it helps you to get this window available before you. So now come to the first field, which is called description. So we consider product A is a goods. HSN code has been provided in question. One, it is an imaginary number. So this is the HSN code. Non-GST items, no, this is a GST items. But I purchased from unregistered dealer. Calculation type, definitely calculate on value. Then taxability, yes, this is a taxable goods as the percentage rate of tax is been provided in my question. Now question comes, is reverse charge applicable? Definitely reverse charge applicable. Why? Now, as per my question, I purchased these items from an unregistered dealer. That's why I have to pay the GST of that particular item, and later on I will claim input tax credit. So that's why I turn it these option reverse charge applicable, yes. Ineligible for input credit, definitely not. This is eligible for input credit, that's why I activate my reverse charge. Now the rate is provided 18% in this case as per my question, so it's over. Now type of supply, it is a goods. Set alter MRP, no. Is there any opening balances? No, no opening balance is there. So accept the screen. So I have prepared first product A, over. Come to the next item, that is product B. Product B. Product B comes under primary and its unit is to be considered as pieces in same way GST applicable set alter GST details I turn it as yes, and again I have to fill up all those fields. So in similar manner, what should I do? Now this is a good HSN code as per my question 1, 2, 3, 4 again, but this is the separate product, that's why I can't consider it and 1, 2, 3, 5, no problem at all. Its value and taxable, then reverse charge applicable, yes, definitely reverse charge is applicable in this case also, and the rate is identical in this case, that is no, rate is 12% in this case. Okay, so we have prepared two different products where GST is applicable. We have also provided GST rate and its required features. So product A, product B has been completed. We have created product A and product B. Now, if you go through the question, you will find the name of the party. In this case, the party name We Care Limited, unregistered dealer. So definitely in the same manner, we write down We Care within bracket unregistered dealer. Dealer. Okay, and under primary, so no, this is ledger creation. This is stock item. I have to get back to create, then come to ledger, then come to we care within bracket unregistered dealer. Okay, and we care is my Sunday creditor, so I have to write down creditor under current liability. So we care comes under Sunday creditors, maintain bill by bill, yes. Then check credit period and rest of the item I try to keep it as no. And in that's the one thing is very important here. If you go through the question, you will find there is a address has been provided uh, relating to that particular creditor. I just put down the address. It is situated in West Bengal. Pin code is given. I also mentioned, but I skip PAN number and I consider this is a registration. No, this is an unregistered dealer. So registration type should be changed and turn it unregistered. Okay, so now nothing is left in opening balance. So we just keep this field and accept the screen. So just go through the screen. You will find this is a ledger name We Care. It's an unregistered dealer. He is my creditor, and I just mention that the registration type of that particular creditor is unregistered. That's the vital point I want to mention. Okay, then accept the screen. So after screen has been accepted, then what should we do? We just we need to prepare other ledgers like CGST first. CGST comes under duty and taxes. So select duty and taxes, and list of duties is GST. It is an central tax type. So I select central tax as tax type. Inventory value affected, no, and nothing need to be changed here. I keep all those items as it is and accept the screen. After CGST, then come to SGST. SGST also comes under duty and taxes. It is a GST tax type. It is state tax. Nothing need to be changed in these other fields. Accept the screen instantly. So we have prepared another two ledgers regarding this particular transaction, the last ledger I need to create, which is called purchase. So this is purchase, comes under purchase, and inventory value affected, definitely affected. Type of ledger not applicable. Remember, in this case we just GST applicable. I try, no, GST is not applicable. If you consider in such a way, uh, it would better for us actually. If I consider, at the time of passing the entries, that is the purchase entries. So let's take not applicable, GST applicable. This is a goods, and accept the screen. So just go through the screen. This is the purchase ledger, comes under purchase, inventory value affected. Yes. GST applicable, yes applicable, but I skip set alter GST details, type of supply is goods. If all the screens, I mean all those fields are not available, you just press F12 and change the mode. So in that case, I accept the screen. It's over. Now it is time to pass the voucher entries. So get back to gateway of Tally dashboard, and now I need to pass the voucher entries. I have already prepared all those. I have already designed the setup for that particular transaction. Now come to gateway of Tally, then come to vouchers. When you come to vouchers, it is a case of purchase. So purchase falls in, we have to press F9, and we need to change the date. If you go through the question, the date which has been given is 1/4/18, and my date is also shown as 1/4/18, no problem at all. So I just put down and purchase invoice number. This is PUR/01. Date is identical, so that's why I needn't change anything. Now come to the party's name. Party's name in this case is, we care. Acha, before getting into we care, I just try to show something else. Just press your F12, and when you press your F12, you will find your, I just try to activate all those. Yes. Now one thing I need to mention here, under GST details you will find modify. You just check it out. Modify tax rate details of GST, yes. Allow tax differences up to 0 and greater to lesser. If the vital point is modify tax rate details in GST, yes. Okay, that's all. So now come to, we care. We have to select we care as a party. This is purchase. Now it will ask me the nature or tax classification. So this is purchase from unregistered dealer. So I have to select purchase from unregistered dealer, which is taxable. Remember, this is a purchase from unregistered dealer, but the item is taxable. So that's why I have to select the purchase from unregistered dealer, taxable, as nature of transaction. Nature of transaction. So I select it. Now I will proceed. I have to put down the item. This is first product A, and as per my question, product A purchase 10 pieces, and the price in this case is 21,000. In similar manner, there is no discount, so I just skip this field. You may deactivate this particular field also, no problem at all. For deactivation, press F12. So you will find an option which is called provide cash or trade discount. I turn it as no. and accept the screen by pressing Ctrl A. You see these discount fields is not available now. So now come to the next product B. It also 10 pieces and 26,000 per piece, and this is 2,60,000. My total is shown as 4,70,000. This is a purchase from unregistered dealer, so that's why it doesn't attract any CGST or SGST. For your convenience, if I consider CGST presenter, nothing will be taken, nothing will come up. Okay, why? Now this is not a case of purchase from registered dealer. So that's all. Now but this particular purchase is uh, subject to claim in input tax liability. That's why I have to know the actual tax applicable here. So how should I get this information? From that particular screen, I have to press Ctrl I. If you can see right hand side, you will find more details option, or you may press Ctrl I. And in that case, you will find, just a minute, you will find GST analysis, GST analysis, Alt F5. Sorry, F F9. Yes, this one. Yes. So related report, you just, I repeat again, this is my purchase screen. Everything is given as it is. Okay. Now this is a time to consider. This is a time to consider related reports. That's why get I want to get the GST details. What does it means? Now, first of all, click on report, related reports, or Control O. This is GST tax analysis. I press enter. Now look, this is the GST tax value, 37,800 and 31,200, in total 69,000. Okay. But this option is not available on my purchase screen. Why now? This is a purchase from unregistered dealer, so in this is not entitled to put any CGST or SGST. This case. Okay, I escape the screen. If I want to show you again, press Ctrl O, tax analysis, Alt F1. It will show you the details of percentage and the value. So item value input, central tax, I mean CGST 18,900 for product A, 18,900 SGST for product B, 15,600 each for central tax and state tax. So that's all. Press escape key and accept the screen. So I press Ctrl A and accept the screen. It's over. So purchase is done. Now this is the time to show you the reports. Okay. So get back to gateway of Tally dashboard, and you will find display more reports. Okay. So after completion of all those transactions, we find the GST tax analysis. We know the actual value of GST, that is uh, total 84,600 for both the product A and product B. Now I try to take a look how it look like on my GST report. So display more reports, then GST reports. Okay, under statutory, or you may press O. GST reports will open. This is GSTR2. Whenever you press GSTR2, you will find business to business unregistered dealer. I just come down here. Look, B2BUR. BUR means business unregistered dealer. Okay. business to business unregistered dealer invoice, that is 4B, which indicates the value, this one. Okay, now I try to solve one more thing in this case, that is the total voucher has been provided. So let's start with the next part. I try to show you the reverse charge. So come down. Yes, this one is 69,000. Okay, let's again get back my uh, day book. I try to show you the transaction again. This is my transactions. Okay, and if I want to show you the related reports, this is my related reports, 69,000. Okay, so now get back to my display, get back to my display more units, and we will find GST report, press O, GSTR2, press 2, and this is the, it's called reverse charge mechanism. Okay, so 69,000. So now what should I do? And I just, this is my reverse charge inward supply. I press upon it, I mean press on enter, and this is the breakup of reverse charge liability screen. Okay, reverse for 34,500 central, 34,000 state, total 69,000. And the below of this particular screen you will find the segregation or the breakup. So that's all for my reverse charge supplies, but still we have to do, we need to pay the amount, then we will claim for it. Okay, let's start. I try to take a look on my balance sheet. Take a look on the balance sheet from my dashboard. You will find there is no direct duty and taxes. Okay, I repeat again, just get back to the tally dashboard, open balance sheet, you will find duty and taxes is nil. Okay, let's start from the scratch. That means again from GST, from display of more reports, then again GST reports. We are, as per my question, you will find we need to show the two reports. One is GSTR2, second one is GSTR3B. So now come down to GSTR3B. It shows the return summary. I repeat again, it shows the return summary. Okay, now it's time to adjustment. So Alt J, if you press Alt J, you will find, or your right hand side, you will find statutory adjustment. So now nature of adjustment, we have to consider increased tax liability and input tax credit. That means we have to increase tax liability. That means we have to create tax liability, then we will pay this amount, and later on we claim this amount as input tax credit. So that's why we select this option under statutory adjustment. Okay, next, additional details. In additional details, what should we do? In additional details, we have to mention this is a purchase from unregistered dealer. That's why we claim increased tax liability and input tax credit. Okay, so purchase from unregistered dealer, I just press enter and look at, it takes me to the journal screen or journal vouchers creation screen. Now what should I do? Now this particular screen, we have to put reference number of the purchase and so on. But at present, what should we do? We have to put down first CGST, skip the rate and taxable value. As we know, as per my question, if you go through the question, I just take a look on my previous screen again. Just look at GSTR 2, you will find reverse charge mechanism in art. Yes, 34,500, 34,500. Okay, so again get back here, B stat adjustment. Yes, CGST 34,500, debit SGST same amount 34,500, then again credit CGST 34,500, then again SGST 34,500. It's over, total 69,000. So now we create a liability. So just get back to gateway of tally and take a look on my balance sheet. Okay, let's start with payment of tax liability. So how it look like? First of all, we have to make payment of this particular amount. Voucher F5 for payment, then press F2 to change the date. I make payment 1/5/18. Okay, so then press Ctrl F for autofill. I repeat again, right hand side you will find autofill option. Ctrl F for autofill. Statutory payment, this is payment for GST, that is stat payment comes under type of transaction, GST will comes under tax type. This is a case of payment type is recipient liability, and the time which is shown is 1/4/18 to 1/5/18. Why? In case of uh, this version, educational version doesn't consider 30th day of any month. Okay, so now I have to make payment CGST 34,500, and again debit SGST 34,500, and finally bank 69,000, and I just keep all those fields and accept the screen. So what's happened after considering all those entries? I just try to sum up. We purchase from unregistered dealer, then we create tax liability, then we make payment for this particular liability for 69,000, and later on what's happened, I claim this particular amount as input tax credit where it has to be shown. If you come down to the balance sheet, you just open your balance sheet and take a look. Under your duty and taxes, it shows the negative 69,000. What does it mean? It means it is my input tax credit. I claim this amount as my input tax credit. Okay, so that's the mechanism of reverse charge. I just try to sum up again. In this case, I consider myself RCM Limited, a registered dealer. I purchase my inputs from WeCare, who is an unregistered dealer. So in that case, he is not, WeCare is not entitled to collect any tax from me. So that's why at the time of purchase, I didn't show any kind of CGST and SGST. I make purchase. Thereafter, I just adjust the total applicable CGST and SGST on that particular purchase in my GSTR 2 and GSTR 3B report, and through GSTR 3B report, I create the liability for that particular CGST and applicable SGST. After creating liability, then I make payment this amount to my tax authority, and thereafter when I open my balance sheet, I find that this amount which has been paid is shown in my balance sheet under liability side, duty and taxes, as a negative balance. That means I am entitled to claim this amount as input tax credit. This is shown on the particular screen. If you can see under duty and taxes, it shows negative 69,000. That's all. So that's the way we can manage reverse charge mechanism when we make any transaction or any purchase from our unregistered dealer. So now it's time to proceed or to come to the next topic, which is called composition dealer. I just open my tally screen. I just open my tally screen. Yes, this is tally prime. So now on this particular screen, I first delete the existing company. So Alt K, then come to alter, Alt D, and delete the company. So let's take a look on the question first. I again get back to my yes. So on that particular screen, you will find yes, this is the composition scheme. What does it mean? I try to share these slides. So it means a business with annual aggregate turnover up to 1.5 crore or 75 lakhs in case of northeastern states and Himachal Pradesh can opt for composition scheme. What does it mean? The manufacturers of goods, traders, restaurant not serving alcoholic beverages are falls in this category. I repeat again: manufacturer of goods, traders, restaurant not serving alcoholic beverages are falls in this particular category. And businesses engage in supply of services excluding the specific provision allowing such supply of service as per defined limit are not eligible for that particular scheme, that is composition scheme. So what's happened in this scheme, a dealer can't collect tax from customer and claim any input tax credit. Number two, a dealer can't make interstate supply of goods. Number three, a dealer can't supply GST exempted goods. And number last, a dealer can't issue tax invoice but bill of supply. That means a dealer can issue bill of supply but not tax invoice. So a composition dealer can purchase goods from local registered dealer, local composition dealer, interstate registered dealer, local and interstate unregistered dealer. That means a composition dealer can purchase from, I repeat again, registered local registered dealer, local composition dealer, interstate registered dealer, local and interstate unregistered dealer. And he also he can sell goods to local unregistered dealer, local registered dealer, local composition dealer. Okay. So when a composition dealer purchase goods from a registered dealer, he has to pay GST on such purchase. I repeat again, when a composition dealer purchase goods from registered dealer, he has to pay GST on such purchase. So let's take an example. Yes. In this example, what's happened? Our capital we consider 10 lakhs, bank is again 10 lakhs, and the GST registration number has been provided. The company deals with the following products. We consider only product A in this case, and the GST rate is 18%. Okay, so that's the introduction of this problem. Now you can see that the transaction made on 1/4/18. And as per the theory, we consider all these cases. We consider AB as local registered dealer. We consider CD as local composition, EF interstate registered dealer, and GH local unregistered dealer. So in that sense, we consider local registered, local unregistered, local composition, and one interstate registered dealer. Okay. So GH is a local unregistered dealer. That's why we shouldn't consider any GST number. So that's why this cell is blank. Supplier invoice has been provided for all the cases. Quantity is given, and purchase price excluding GST is given. As we know in our previous slide, we can see the registration GST rate is 18% of product A. Okay, that's why purchase price excluding GST, that means we has to consider 18% after the purchase price. Okay, next on 2nd April, one debtor is there, MK, local registered dealer. His details has been provided and we sold 20 units. Selling price is been provided excluding GST. So after all these two transactions, we have to make payment of composition tax. That's the new thing. We will learn how to make payment of composition tax. So I repeat again, this is the theoretical part of composition scheme I have already discussed. Now we will see how to pass the transaction of composition scheme. Okay, so let's start with this problem. I share my tally screen again. Okay, I have this screen is visible, and I create a new company. The name of the company is composition dealer. Okay, state West Bengal, and the date 1/4/18 is over, and now I have to enable GST. Yes, this is GST screen. It's West Bengal. Now for the first time we will change registration type and consider composition. It will ask you again. Yes. SSE other territory, no GST applicable from same date, GSTI number, put down 19 AAACO It is an imaginary number 3278K1Z2. Okay, so this is a registration number of composition dealer. Tax rate applicable, we consider 1%, and this is the basis taxable value and enable tax rate of purchase. Yes. Okay, and in case of EUA bill, I consider all these items as no. I hope it is visible and understandable. I repeat again, this is West Bengal registration type composition. I put down the registration number and tax rate as consider 1% as usual. Basis of tax calculation taxable value and enable tax rate for purchase. Yes, definitely we impose tax on purchase. So accept it, accept the screen by pressing Ctrl E. Okay, this is my new company composition dealer. Now let's start with creation of ledger. So now gateway of tally, then create, then come to ledger, then come to the name of the ledger. First of all, we prepare our data, that is MK. Okay, and we consider MK is our local registered dealer. Okay, and he is my debtor. Maintain bill by BL, yes. uh, Credit limit, I just keep all those things. And registered dealer state West Bengal, I just put down an imaginary pin code. And now come to the PAN. Yes. So if you go through the question, you will find the details of the PAN has been, I mean, the GSTN number has been provided of MK. As we know, PAN is the right from second digit of your GSTI number. It's a 10-digit number. I just copy it from my question and paste here. And this is a regular dealer. That's why I again consider the GS. I again consider the GSTN number. This is the GSTN number as per my question. And yes, he is a regular dealer. So MK Enterprise has been, I mean, MK registered dealer has been completed. Now we need to create another ledgers like AB local registered dealer. I select from my question AB local registered dealer. So AB is my Sunday creditor. I purchase from AB. Maintain bill by bill, yes. And then put the PAN and registration. So I need to put down the PAN number of AB. So I copy from my question and paste here. This is the PAN regular dealer and this is the GSTIN number. Put down in the field of GSTIN. Yes, this is set alter as regular. It's over. After AB, in the similar manner, we have to consider CD composition. So select CD local composition dealer. I consider CD local composition dealer liability in the sense Sunday creditor, everything is okay. Now I have to put down the PAN number of this particular guy. Yes, this is the PAN number. This is regular. This is GSTIN. I consider GSTIN. And this is not regular. This is composition. GSTIN. Yes, this is composition. Remember, CD, the registration type is composition. Okay. After CD, the last one is EF. EF is my interstate dealer situated at Delhi. Interstate dealer syndicate editor, it's Delhi, and I have to put down the PAN. In this case, PAN number, I have to provide the PAN number. Yes, this is the PAN. He is a regular dealer, and now I have to put down GSTI number. He is a regular dealer. I have to consider regular and accept the screen. So it's over. So registration type uh, for all those four creditors, and one is another one. Last one is GH is remaining. I have to prepare GH. So GH is my unregistered dealer. Similar manner, I have to mention unregistered and accept the screen. It's over. Now I have to prepare another ledger, that is purchase. Okay. And similar manner, sales also. Okay, purchase under purchase. Inventory will affect it. Now one thing need to be remembered here. Is GST applicable? Yes, applicable. Set alter no. This is goods and accept the screen. In similar manner, I have to create sales under sales. Inventory value affected. Type of ledger not applicable. GST is applicable. This is goods and accept the screen. So it's over. So I have prepared almost all the ledgers. Now I have to start with my opening balance, that is capital and bank. Again, gateway of tally, create, then ledger capital will come under capital, and the value is 10 lakhs. Value is 10 lakhs. After capital, we have to prepare bank under bank, and the value is again 10 lakhs, and accept the screen. So if I take a look on my balance sheet, you will find, yes, this is balance sheet as per my question. So it's over. So we have designed all those features. Now we need to proceed. Yes, one more thing. We have to create the stock items. So come to unit first, and this is in terms of pieces. Mm, yes, PCS unit quantity code is been provided. Escape from this screen after saving. We escape from this screen. Then stock item product A product. A. It is under primary pieces. And one thing I need to mention here, you will find nothing is shown on that particular product. So what should I do at that moment? Actually, statutory details. Yes, I repeat again, if you find such situation, then click on more details and you will find GST details. Okay, I repeat again, if you find such a situation, you just click on more detail and you will find GST details. Here GST is applicable. If not, this screen is not available. Just a minute. GST screen is not available. Yes, I have turned it as yes. Accept the screen. Just a minute. Okay, come to the statutory details. So this is one kind of goods. HSN code 1234, imaginary number. This is value. Okay, this is taxable. Reverse charge mechanism. No, this is not a case of reverse charge mechanism. 18% has been considered. So that's all. Uh, so get back again. Gateway of tally again. Create. We need to prepare another items. Another item means another ledger, that is called CGST under duty and taxes. And now it will, one of the interesting thing, if you can see, it is not comes under duty and taxes. Why? Now we are not eligible for it, so that's why we consider it is under direct expenses. I repeat again, this is the most important part. In gateway of tally, then create, then ledger, then CGST. CGST is comes under direct expenses. Okay. Now, if you consider it as direct expenses, then it will ask you type of ledger, and in that case, you will find central tax. Okay. So that's a little bit difference between. I mean, if you compare with other problems, actually, this is a case of composition dealer. He is not liable to pay this kind of tax, so that's why it is not a part of duty and taxes. But he claim input tax credit, so that's why it comes under direct expenses. This is central tax. Okay, the appropriate tax values in purchase invoice, yes, rest of the things are identical. And accept the screen. In similar manner, we will prepare SGST, and it also under direct expenses. Inventory value affected, no, this is state tax. And appropriate tax values in purchase invoice, yes, definitely. And accept the screen. And thereafter IGST, this is also a direct expenses, and this is integrated tax. Rest of the item are identical. So over, we have almost completed all those ledgers. Now it is the time to pass voucher entries. So let's pass the different voucher entries. First of all, gateway of tally, then come to vouchers. After vouchers, you press F9 for purchase. Now date is vital. as per my question, date is 1/4/18 and which has been given here. Now, supplier invoice number, we consider in first case is AB slash 4 slash 18. If you go through the question, you will find supplier invoice number AB slash 4 slash 18 and date is same. Come to the local AB local registered dealer. This is under purchase invoice. It will ask you the tax liability, I mean taxability. Press is space bar and consider taxable. So this is the last option, taxable. Now select product A. So this is product A. In quantity, you will find 5 pieces and the rate is 5,000 per piece. Okay. Now, if we consider CGST, the value will come up to 2250, and same as press A's for SGST, value will come up to 2250 in both the cases. And a reference, I have already mentioned, they tally capture the same reference amount already been captured. So we have passed the first entry successfully. Entry purchase from AB. AB is my local registered dealer. Okay. So now I am going to accept the screen. Control A. It's over. Now come to the next voucher entries for next purchase. Purchase change date will be the same. I needn't change the date. And supplier invoice CD slash 4 slash 18. Come to CD local composition dealer purchase. In similar manner, it is taxability question will come up. Yes, definitely press spacebar and select taxable. Similar product, press product A. Okay, 6 pieces, 6,000 per piece, that is 36,000. And what's happened in this case, we purchase from CD local composition dealer, so that's why no CGST and SGST will be considered here. So accept the screen. Over. Now come to the next item. Date will be identical. EF, my supplier number 4 slash 18. Date is the same. The party's name in that case EF, interstate registered dealer. Purchase taxability question come up, press spacebar and select taxable, then amount, press P, product will come up, 7 pieces and the rate which has been given 4500. Then we have to consider only IGST in that case. Okay, so we have considered IGST and it has been calculated 5670 and save the screen. Reference number automatically been catched by tally prime and accept the screen. Now come to the third purchase. Date is the same and supplier, sorry, this is the fourth purchase. Final purchase GH slash 4 slash 18. Party's name GH local unregistered dealer. Okay, this is purchase question arise taxable, press spacebar. Yes, this is a taxable item. That's why this is definitely taxable product A. and how much quantity 10 piece and 5500 piece per piece and nothing else. Okay, as we have purchased from unregistered dealer, reference number already been catched up and accept the string. So purchase is done. All the four purchases is done. Now we take a look on our stock summary. So gateway of tally, then press S for stock summary. Press enter. This is only one product for our convenience. Press enter. This is the vouchers stock summary screen, and you will find this is the product A and the timing from 1st April to 30th April, and AB local registered amount is given 36,000 37,170.55. Total 28 pieces 1,70,000 57,670. That's the total figure of purchase. Now we take a look on our PL account, that is profit and loss, and you will look, there is a closing stock 1,57,670, and purchase also be the identical. There is no direct expenses, it's been as far as given. Okay, now this is a time to, so again get back, gateway of tally, come to voucher, F8 for sales entry. We need to change the date by pressing F2. Date should be considered 2nd April. Now come to the party's name. Party's name is MK, local registered dealer. This is a sales ledger. Okay, and you have to select the product P, and the quantity is 20 pieces. The rate is 7,000 per piece. Okay, now if you want to take a look on the purchase voucher, press print, enter, press I, and press Alt Z for zooming. So this is called bill of supply, not tax invoice. At the time of discussing the theoretical portion, we have mentioned that in that case, a composition dealer can't offer tax invoice, rather he can provide bill of supply. Okay, it has been written, composition taxable person not eligible collect tax on supplies. That's why it is not a tax invoice. This is called bill of supply. So this is the details of our purchase, and whatever be the HSN, IS, SSC number, it has been provided. Now get back to previous screen and accept this particular cell. I accept this cell and get back to gateway of tally. Now I try to show you GST reports, that is from this dashboard, display more reports, GST reports. Press O for GST reports, select GSTR4, and you can see the details of these particular uh, composition dealer. Okay, now we need to make payment of tax 1,400. So how to make payment? So escape from the screen. Now I need to make payment to gateway of tally, then create, come to the create, then ledger, composition tax, under indirect expenses. Okay, this is not comes under duty and taxes, under it will comes under indirect expenses. Type of ledger, inventory valuability, not, no, type of ledger not applicable. Is GST applicable? No, GST is not applicable in that case. Okay, and include accessible, nothing. So accept the screen. Now I need to pass the voucher entries from gateway of tally, then come to voucher. Voucher, we need to change the date F2 1st July 1 7 18, and we have to make payment, that is F5, and we have to debited composition tax, and the value was 1400 as per my GSTR 4. Okay, and credit bank 1400. We accept the screen. Okay, so that's way we make payment of composition tax. So that's all from my end of GST. We just completed the chapter GST. Now I try to open my PowerPoint screen. Take a look. We have completed composition dealer, transaction with composition dealer. Now it is time to start with budget and control. But today we can't complete the total scheme. So let's start with budget and control. Actually, uh, budget and control, if we goes into the detail of these particular topics, so it means actually the forecast, okay, which what expected to happen in near future. So budget tells us what the organization wants to achieve along with their present constraints. So it sets some limit on expenses for a particular period, made by an organizational unit, department, or cost center, and it helps us to identify the areas where control actions are needed. And actually, it's a plan that is represented by quantitative manner. Okay, so control is another part. It's an amount limit which is imposed on a specific unit, entity, and transaction like debtor, creditor, and any type of expenses, etc. Actually, we will get into detail about the control later on. We start with the budget. So in Tally Prime, we can set budget for three categories. As we have mentioned in bold, we can see groups, ledgers, and cost centers. These are the three categories where we can impose budget. Okay, so we will touch upon all those three topics individually. That means we will solve some question with groups, we will solve some question with ledgers, and also cost centers. Okay, uh, so let's start with an example. Actually, we start with the group. Okay, you just take a look. This is for group, this is for ledger wise, budget ledger wise, and this is cost center wise. Okay, and finally we will cover control. So this is cost center wise budget, this is ledger wise budget, and this is the first option, group wise budget. Okay, let's start. What does it mean? Uh, Actually, if you go through the question, we will find in the books of budget and control limited, it is an imaginary company. In that case, we consider the name of the company. Our company is budget and control, and we will create a group budget for office expenses. Remember, we will create a group budget. I repeat again, we will create a group budget for office expenses. Okay, and the timing or the duration of the budget is given as July to October 2018. We consider the company's capital on 1st April 18 is rupees. This is an opening balance sheet actually. Okay, so 5 lakh capital and 2 lakh 50 your cash and 2 lakh 50 your bank. Estimated expenses for July to October is given as follows. There are three types of groups. One is refreshment, second one is office expense, office rent, third one is electricity bill. An estimated monthly office expenses. Okay, remember this is a group budget. So at first we have to identify the group, then we have to identify the expenses relating that particular group. So as far as these problem is given, if we proceed, it says that as per above estimation, next 4 month office expenses is given 40,000 into 4 month. That is 1,60,000. So office expenses is group. It's clear to us. Okay. Under these group, there are three segment. One is refreshment, another one is rent, and third one is electricity. Our estimated uh, expenses in this particular group is 40,000 into 4 months, July to October, and 1,60,000 as a whole. Now, what the actual scenario is? The actual scenario is given for 4 months in the last table, where we have find July refreshment expenses 12,000 and office expenses 25, electricity 4,800, and on an total is 41,800. So in such a way, for rest of the 3 months, August, September, October, also been provided uh, individually. I mean, in that sense, in specific segment expenses and total also been provided. So as a whole, if you take a look, it appears that our actual budgeted expenses was 1,60,000. I just try to highlight this one, 1,60,000, but actual expenses which exceed 1,63,500, and we will try to identify where the budgeted estimate has been exceed or has been crossed. So let's see how to solve this one. So our budget group is, it is clear to us, the budget group we need to create is which is called office expenses. Okay. So first of all, we just share our tally screen. I hope this screen is visible to all of you, and I have to delete my previous company and need to open a new one. So Control K, Alter, Alt D, and delete the company. Now create a new company which is called Budget and Control. Budget and Control. It is situated as Bengal, and the date as per my question is given as 18/1/4/18, and Control A for accept the screen. It's over, and I just try to deactivate my GST options. GST field, I just press it as no and accept the entire screen by pressing Control A. It's over. So that's all. We have created a new company, Budget and Control, and now we need to provide an opening balance sheet. So come to uh, chart of accounts. Just try to use multiple ledger creation mode. Ledgers, multi masters, right hand side, or press Alt H, multi create, all items, capital. Our first ledger is capitals, comes under capital, and the value is 5 lakhs. So as per question, value is 5 lakhs. Next come to bank. So what's the bank is given is BI bank. 2,50,000 over. And cash, we can't provide cash balance, opening balance here, so I accept the screen. And just after acceptance, then we can see there is an option which is called cash under cash in hand, and select it, press enter, cash account will open. This is a shortcut method, and put down 2,50,000 and it's over. Okay, escape from this particular screen and get back gateway of Tally. So now we will create first our group budget. So what to do? At the beginning, we just start with create option under gateway of Tally. So this is the create option, then come to the group. Look, this is the first option under accounting masters. Okay, so group is open. Now we will write down the budget group we wish to create. That is called office expenses. So this is the name of the budget group or group budget. Okay, it's comes under definitely indirect expenses. And now group behaves like a sub ledger, definitely not. Net debit credit balances for reporting, definitely not. Used for calculation taxes discount, no, not at all. And the method of allocation on the purchase invoice, it also try to keep as not applicable. Okay, so accept the screen. So I just in this particular screen I have written office expenses and have chosen indirect expenses as group. That's all. Accept the screen, press escape key and get back to the previous screen. Okay, so now what should we do? We have to prepare different ledgers which comes under that particular group. So it would better if you create all those ledger in one shot. How is it possible? Now with the help of multi-ledger creation screen. Escape, get back to gateway of Tally, then come to chart of account. Okay, then come to the ledger, then come to the multi-masters, alt H, multi create all items. Yes, now it's time to calculate, write down the name of the ledgers. The first option is refreshment, comes under very interesting point. For the first time we are doing such kind of things. This is comes under office expenses. Office expenses we have created as a group, it behaves like a group. So office expenses, no opening balance is there. Next come to office rent. Office rent. One thing I need to mention here, it will helps us to, it will makes our effort very easy. In the place of all items, if I consider office expenses, it reduce our work. Just take a look, refreshment under office expenses. Next we consider office rent. Office rent. Very interestingly, when I press enter, it will come automatically being taken office expenses. Okay, as we have considered office expenses under group. Later on, electricity bill. also come under office expenses. So we have already prepared three ledgers under office expenses group. Now that's the vital part in this session. We are going to prepare budget. Okay, so let's start. How to do this? From gateway of Tally, come to create, and in create you will find an option which is called show more. Select it and press enter. Then you will find budget option is being shown. Select budget, press enter. It will ask you the name of the budget. So as per my question, I need to assign a name that is called budget, budget, budget for July to October, July to October 2018. It comes under primary. Okay. Now come to the period of budget. I have to mention this is a 4-month budget starting from 1/7/18 to 31st 10/18. Okay. Now I have to mention whether it is a group budget or it is a leisure budget. No, this is a group budget. So that's why I have to select it or turn it as yes. Press enter. I repeat again, I have to turn it as yes. Press enter. Then it will ask me the group name. We have already mentioned that our group name is office expenses. Okay. And type of budget, definitely on closing balance. And as per my question, you can see the budgeted expenses under these group is allotted 40,000 per month for 4 months, 1,60,000. Okay, it's over and accept the screen. So we have prepared, we have assigned the budget name, we have assigned the budget group, we have assigned the method of calculation, that is the closing balance, and we have assigned the total amount 1,60,000. It's over. Now it's time to pass the accounting vouchers from July to October 2018. So let's start with all those entries. First of all, come to the vouchers. In vouchers, you will find we have to make payment vouchers. It is already been opened. So what should we do? We have to provide the date 1, date is given 1/7/18. That is the 1st July. And the item first refreshment. If you go through the question, you will find the refreshment expenses in July 12,000. It shows credit, you just press D, turn it as debit, then press O for office expenses, and the amount is 25,000. Again press D for debit, and select E for electricity bill, and the amount is 4,800. Over. So we make the payment, and the payment date is the same. Payment through cash, 41,800. So that if you look at this screen, you will find the date of this payment on the first day of July. Okay, so 41,800. Now we need to change the date if to first day of August. Similar manner, first press R for refreshment, 11,000. Again press D for office rent, amount 25,000. Again press D, then select electricity bill, and the amount is 6,000, and it's over. Total 42,000. Okay, so July August is completed. Now we come to September. Press F2, 1, 9, 18. September. In the month September, our refreshment expenses, if we select refreshment, is in the month of September 9500. Press D, then select office rent is 25,000. Press D for debit and select electricity bill is 4500. And finally, cash will come up 39,000 in total. Accept. Then we need to change the date, and the date is 1/10. That means 1st October 18. Electricity in first refreshment 8700. Press D, and office rent. This is 26,000. Again D, this is electricity bill. This is amount 6,000. So October is given, and accept the screen. Over. So we have completed, or we have passed all those entries. Now it is time to show what is happened with our budget. So first of all, gateway of tally, then come to display more reports, then come to trial balance, the first option, or you may press T for trial balance, then press F10 for budget from July to October. I repeat again, gateway of tally, display more report, trial balance, press F10. Okay, it will helps you to find out variance analysis or budget variance, and select the budget name, budget for July to October 18, and it will help you get rest of the thing. But I just try to focus on the date. Press F2. Date is 1/7/18 to 31st 10/18, 31st July. Okay, now press F4. F4 for group. I have to mention the group. I don't want to get all those items. So this is helps me to get the groups. Press F Alt F1. Get the details. Okay, not yes. Now you press F Alt F1. I repeat again. F10 for budget. Budget analysis been taken. then press F2 to change the date 1/7/18 to 31st 10/18. Then I would like to get the group F4 and the group name is office expenses. That's all regarding my group. Okay, and now if I want to take a look the detail, so nothing else is been provided at all. But in that case, yes, we can see, we can see that is, sorry, that's my the budgeted and the grand total is 1,63,500. And now if you would like to show variance, yes, that's one. Closing balances. And if I go through the configuration, it will show me the opening balance, closing balance, total column, percentage of totals, group wise, detail format. Yes, now look, this is the percentage which has been provided. Okay, now we have completed this one. I get back to my previous screen, and another way I can show you, if I go through the account books, come to the ledgers, so many ledgers has been provided here also. And above all, I try to get back my previous screen, trial balance. I again try to change the date 1/7/18 to 31st 10/18. I specifically want to take a look at 4 office the detail. Okay, okay. Ledger wise is based one. Negative ledgers not required. Monthly basis, no, not at all. Okay, that's all from my end. Now it's if I go and get back to my previous screen, if I get back to my previous screen, that is my, yes. So we have completed group budget in the similar manner. And what's happened in this case, we come to the next one, next slide. And in next slide, we will find that our ledger wise budget has been provided. Okay, so what's happened in ledger wise budget, in this case we will consider each and every ledger for which and compare the actual expenses and the budgeted expenses, and finally we will show all those expenses and in which month it has been changed, or in which month it has been uh, varied with its actual budget. I mean, with its actual and budget. We will Riley will provide us such a level of comparison in such cases. Okay, so it better for us to start in our next class. So in our next class, we will start with uh, budget ledger wise, and thereafter budget cost center wise, and finally we will take a look on budget control, budget and control limited. That means in that sense we will we will try to provide how we can control over our transaction actually. Okay, so I hope it's enough for today. So it would better to stop now, otherwise I can't complete the second topic. So have a nice day to all of you. Thank you. Madam, am I audible? Hello.